The latest Gran Turismo update didn't bring that many changes, but the most noticeable one, besides the 4 new cars that most people will maybe use occasionally, is the BOP adjustment in Group 4. That change has really shaken things up. All Group 4 cars took a big hit. They have been nerfed quite a lot and lost a significant amount of power. That's obviously not ideal if you're trying to stay competitive in Daily Race B. The cars are now noticeably slower. I tested a few and, for example, the GTR is just about 2 seconds slower per lap. I'm not saying that my lap times were perfect, but I'm definitely not 2 seconds off from the world record in normal conditions. Losing around 10 kilometers an hour on the straights makes a big difference. So I jumped into Daily Race B just to see how things actually look like now, and ended up starting at the back of the grid because I couldn't improve my lap times. Despite that, the leaderboard hasn't been reset. So I would say that it made for a couple of very surprising and interesting races. I guess now we will see if I'm quick or not. If I can overtake at least a couple of these guys, then I'm quick, but alright. I think I need the radar, that's okay. Braking bias will be +5. Someone already off the track, that's okay. No, no. That's okay, I avoided it. I was like, oh no, he's gonna crash into me, but it's okay. At this point, I really didn't want to be too aggressive and push people off the track, but at the same time, I do need to fight for positions. That's when I realized the lap times were just not there, and honestly, the leaderboards should have been reset. Starting at the back of the grid ended up being, I'm gonna say, pretty fun. I pulled off a few very nice overtakes, and what really caught me off guard though was, should I say, the lack of pace of some of the cars. The GTR, for example, here was a pretty good car before the update, and now it's mostly mediocre. And also the almighty Veyron, which you will see later on the straight, just took a big hit, and unfortunately it's not usable anymore. So it was one of the fastest cars in the game, but now it just feels slow. There is really no other way of putting this. Still, I kept my lines as usual and kept on going. And I just wanted to see what can I get out of this race. Now it's just slow. This used to be one of the quickest cars in the straight line, but it's awful now. Double. Oh, no, not a double because there was a little push, but okay. After that, it was all about driving consistently and trying to close the gap to the leader. Serving a penalty here is a huge setback, especially on the straights, as you can see. At that point, I was focused on overtaking the car ahead. When a chance finally came, he didn't defend that much. He left the doors wide open, so I just sent it down the inside and held my line. Overall, the race was pretty fun, but I ended up finishing in 8th place, which definitely isn't ideal. So I decided to switch things up and try a different car, something a little bit less common on this track, but something I felt it could actually work. I went with the Lamborghini Huracan, and surprisingly, I even improved my lap time. It seemed to be one of the fastest cars at the point. First, I had a 40.0 and then even managed to drop it down to a 39.9, which is still around 2 seconds off the world record, but it was progress. Even so, I started my next race in P14, so nothing much changed in my grid position, but things felt different this time. I had a little bit more confidence in the car, and I think it just suited my driving style better. So going into the next race, I really start pushing early on. Went too wide. Have the second penalty, I'm going for it. Another half a second penalty. Okay, he needs to serve his penalty. Where should I go? Go, 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 go. The G70 has insane acceleration. Look at this. Side by side. I need to brake later. But controlled. Oof. There we go. Another one. Okay, he needs to serve his penalty. Maybe it's better to wait. Yeah, I think it's better to wait now. So let's just wait for him to serve his penalty and then later I'll go for it. There he goes. Ricky, we meet again. There we go. After that great battle, I just had to wait for the driver ahead to serve his penalty. And I even got a little bump draft from Ricky, though unfortunately he lost the car later in the corner. From there, I just cruised to the finish and ended up in 6th place, which was a clear improvement over the last race. For the next one, I stayed with the Lamborghini. This time, I started in 12th place, and after, of course, one player disconnected, and right from the start, I began pushing, just, I guess, hoping to pick up a position or two. But I guess those early efforts didn't quite deliver the result that I was aiming for. So, maybe I got a little bit more aggressive than usual from that point on. It was just enough to make some, I would say, bold moves and fight for positions. And what can I say? It started to pay off. Keep it, now, keep it. No! Not now! Not now! And both of them have penalties. Oh, it could have been such a nice series of overtakes. But I'm still going to get those 2 places. Don't destroy me. Don't push me. Okay, I got away. I got away. Somehow. Later on, I managed to pull off one more overtake, mainly because the driver had a penalty, and that was pretty much it for this race. Unfortunately, I didn't have enough time to catch the others, even though the gap to P1 started to drop, which is, of course, positive. But for the next race, I went with a car that a lot of you have recommended, the Genesis G70. You guys said it's one of the best options right now, so I gave it a shot. And honestly, I was really surprised by how well it actually performed. While I would still probably go with the Lamborghini because it just suits my driving style a little bit more, the G70 is undeniably quick. And once again, I started pushing very early on, and one of the biggest advantages of the Genesis is its acceleration. The cornering might not be that great, but the straight line speed makes a huge difference. I began making some early overtakes and found myself in P13. Again, not the greatest place in the world, but at least I got a place. And then it was just the start of all of the fun moments that I had with this car. That's okay. Ah, not the best way to overtake, but all in all, it turned into a nice series of overtakes, and eventually I made my way up to P11. Then the driver ahead served a penalty, bumping me up into P10, and a little later another driver got a penalty and I gained yet another spot. At this point, I just had to hold the position and wait it out. One lap to go, and that's when the real battle began. The final lap was really intense, and it was all or nothing now. Go, 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 go. No. Did I? There is a wild Subaru in front. And Carnage at the back. Who's gonna get it? Who's gonna get it? I don't think I'm getting anything here. P6. All in all, this daily race beat turned out to be a real challenge. I struggled a bit with my lap times at first, but in the end it turned into a solid run of races with some great moments. So let me know what you think about this one down in the comments, and of course, if you enjoyed it, don't forget to hit that like button and maybe even subscribe to the channel. And if you're serious about improving your skills and want to understand what really sets fast drivers apart, I highly recommend checking out my online course. And here's the best part: if you don't see improvement, you will get a full refund, so there is nothing to lose. Once again, thank you very much for watching, and the link will be down in the description.